When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. Although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither shall fruit be in the vines, the labor of the olive shall fail, and the fields shall yield no meat, the flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls. Habakkuk 3:6-17. I tell you, this trembling of belly and quivering of lips is no mere physical dread, but the very moment your outer world collapses, when fig tree, vine, olive, field, and flock all fail, as you discover that every source you once trusted is but shifting sand. In that shudder, the seed of God within you is dying, for no seed brings forth until it falls and perishes in the ground. In the quaking, you surrender your outer senses and unmask your one true refuge, the man within. Habakkuk's vision of invasion is the fierce assault of circumstance upon every human confidence. Yet it is in that day of trouble, when nothing blossoms, when the forest of self-effort yields no fruit, that the secret takes root. You tremble not to perish, but to rest in a presence that never ebbs. You break open to the planted word, the Christ seed, and in that dying you quicken. Though Israel's fields are laid waste, the inner soil, prepared by your trembling, is rich with promise. Here the Son of Man, raised from above, springs into life. You learn that trouble is the crucible of rebirth. The final famine is not for bread or water, but for the hearing of this word. In affliction you hunger for the one who alone can satisfy. So do not mourn the barren vine. Rejoice that the day of trouble has shown you the living fountain. The rottenness that entered your bones is the shell cracking, the old self falling away. Inside, the man within, your own I am, awaits the hour of unveiling. When the world fails, sink into that unshakable presence. In your trembling you will find peace, for in Christ in you is the hope of glory. When your belly trembles and your lips quiver, you are witnessing the body's primal cry of fear and dread as soon as the mind drifts into imagining lack. Those gut reactions reveal how easily consciousness can slip into the expectation of scarcity. Before long, it may feel as though rottenness has entered into your bones, a deep, habitual anxiety that quietly poisons your self-trust and leaves each step uncertain. This inner corrosion shows how unchallenged beliefs shape the very substance of your being. Then you find yourself envisioning no blossoms, no fruit, no flocks, an inner drought so profound that expectation itself has withered. By assuming scarcity, consciousness mirrors barrenness, crafting a world as parched and empty as the doubts you entertain. Yet each tremor and every bleak image becomes an invitation to shift your focus and awaken to the fullness already waiting to be embraced. Consciousness is a fertile field, and each vivid feeling you entertain acts as a seed within its soil. When fear takes root, it yields a harvest of emptiness. Yet when faith wells up in confident expectancy, it brings forth abundance beyond measure. In that fertile expanse, a subtle trembling often arises in the moments just before your divine nature breaks through, a trembling that heralds the emergence of your risen Christ I Am presence through the veil of doubt. At that precise instant, the creative imaginal acts you have sown gather strength like an invisible army poised for manifestation, ready to assemble and reveal the fruits of your own faithful design. Rest in this awareness, trusting that the unseen forces within your imagination are steadily moving toward fulfillment, bringing to life the promises planted by your own feeling. Begin by recognizing that you possess the sovereign power of assumption. This mysterious force that often births inner dread can be consciously reversed to summon inner peace, provision, and purpose. As you become aware of this profound ability, you step into a realm of creative potential where each assumption shapes the reality you experience. Deep within you also stands the living word, the man within, awaiting awakening. When this divine presence is stirred, it gently carries you from a place of fear into a state of restful expectancy, inviting you to rest confidently in the fulfillment already unfolding. Each day begins with a gentle invitation to notice the fearful news playing in your mind and to consciously rewrite it. Whenever doubt quivers at your lips, speak the opposite truth. I rest in abundance, I am fertile ground, and allow those words to sink into every corner of your awareness. Next, when you anticipate a day of trouble, imagine its resolution first. Picture your fig tree blossoming and sense the weight of fruit on its branches. Live in the feeling that this harvest has already come, letting its fullness guide your steps. As evening falls, adopt a simple ritual before sleep. Recall one area where lack seemed real, then congratulate yourself on its fulfillment. In that moment of gratitude, your inner Christ power stirs to life. In this way, the prophet Habakkuk reveals both the trap of fear and its cure. Fear inevitably seeds barrenness, but a faith-filled assumption sows the invisible troops of creation. When you shift from trembling uncertainty to a posture of restful knowing, you step fully into your divine role as the creator of your world.